Hi everyone, I'm Sam.
And I'm Walter.
And welcome to Unit 16, BLM to GM. So, General Motors actually observed an 8-minute and 46-second silence on June 19th. So this is an occasion known as Juneteenth, a holiday celebrating the liberation of the last enslaved African American when news of the Emancipation Proclamation reached the shores of Texas in 1865. Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation Proclamation.
So this time, this 8 minutes and 46 seconds does symbolize something tragic actually, and that was the time that police officers, or the duration that these police officers actually attacked a black man. So these days, a lot of people are getting involved in Black Lives Matter, and this has spread so far that companies are getting involved because anybody who is against the movement is actually seen as maybe being a bit racist. So companies, or maybe their HR teams, are trying to do anything that may be construed as racism, or they're trying to avoid anything that may be construed as racism. Construe.
Construe. So it's very big for many companies to speak out vocally and unequivocally in this situation, and most companies have been doing this.
Vocal.
Vocal.
Unequivocal.
Unequivocal. Even the NFL, who had an antagonistic relationship with the movement, has recently changed its heart and decided to support this situation.
Antagonistic.
Antagonistic. As we know, the Colin Kaepernick situation was quite big news around the world. And since then, I believe that Colin Kaepernick has actually got his contract back to the NFL, and they're trying to change it, I guess, for promotion and making it known that NFL does support the BLM movement.
Right, so I'm curious, Walter. The article actually talks about the company GM, General Motors, when they observed the 8-minute silence. So what do you know about the company GM actually?
The only thing I do know is that it's a car company, and the first, I guess, brand of car that I think about is, I think Chevrolet is one of the biggest ones that GM has. Apart from that, I know that it is one of the biggest car companies in the world and one of the most well-known ones, but to be honest with you, I don't know too much about it. How about you?
So, yeah, I know basically nothing when it comes to General Motors, just that they do own several automotive companies. You said Chevrolet, right? To be honest, I always thought that they owned Ford, but it turns out that they don't. So, yeah, I'm really not the person to ask for this question.
Well, talking more about the article, and especially with this minute of silence, what is the meaning of observing like the minute of silence, and is it done in England?
Yes, we have a Memorial Day where everybody is silent for a minute, or I'm not sure about the specific time. However, it's very important, you know, it's all about paying respect and showing that you identify and acknowledge, you know, what happened in the past.
Right.
And it's just showing your support of something, to be honest. So I think it is very important for countries to do this, you know, whatever movement it might be or whatever special day it might be. What about you?
So in Australia, we have many situations where we require a minute of silence, like Memorial Day, which we also celebrate. We also have Anzac Day, which is to, I guess, show respect to the people who went to the war. I know that sometimes when it comes to sporting events as well, if someone may have passed away, died for any reason, if they're well respected within the community, they usually do a minute's silence at the start of the competition or the match. I do remember when Paris had the terrible terrorist attack, that a lot of the football nations, because I was watching football at that time, took a minute of silence to pay respect to the victims of that terrorist attack. So, like Sam mentioned, it is about paying respects to something, and I definitely think it's needed just to show that it does mean things, like it does mean like it has a meaning for people around the world, not just, I guess, one solo meaning is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree. So that will do it for our preview section, and we'll see you in the review.